Check. Roll cameras. Action.
I'm Meghan Spotswood for Easy 1013 here at Established Media Studios in downtown London, and I'm here with Canadian music artist Tyler Shaw, who's up for a Juno for Pop Album of the Year. I gotta say, first off, congratulations and welcome back to London as well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, really excited about the weekend for sure.
Yeah, so based on your Juno nomination, Pop Album of the Year, it's actually not your first nomination.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
In 2014, Breakthrough Artist of the Year, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So tell me, was it different this time around when you got nominated? Because now at this point, you're a little bit more established in the music industry.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started out, the career in 2012, and being nominated 2 years later with only a handful, so I think I had like 2 songs out at the time. So that was incredible. Everything just happened so fast. The difference between that and this nomination, Pop Album of the Year, I took 2.5 years, almost 3, to write this whole thing and create it and spend time with it and just let it marinate a little bit. So I poured my heart and soul into this album, and then to have that be nominated and recognized by Canada, by the Juno Committee, both nominations are special, but this is just a little bit more special because I spent so much time on it.
Right. Yeah. So based on your album Intuition, which is the one that's up for the Juno, what was your inspiration behind it? Because like you said, it took you a little bit longer, and I've got to know personally the name. Yeah. Why Intuition?
Honestly, like the whole 2.5 years it's kind of like a self-discovery. I didn't really know who I was as a person, who I was as an artist. I went through a lot of different emotions while creating the thing, from experiencing depression within my family to like marrying my wife, like both ends of the spectrum. And there's songs that touch on all of those things on the record. But Intuition itself is I went into every session and just did what felt right. I'm sure a lot of artists do, but like I was really just focusing on not overthinking the process of writing the songs. And whatever melody came that felt right, we did it. Every like beat pattern or sound we did that felt right, we did it. Yeah.
So I like that you say that, because they always tell you, right, go with your gut.
Go with your gut, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So now that you are back in London, you're from BC, and I did have to look up the population of the town that you're from.
Yeah, Coquitlam.
I have such a hard time to say it. Yeah. It's kind of a similar population, but and the Juno is being held in a town like London compared to a bigger metropolitan city like Toronto, Edmonton, Winnipeg, places like that. So tell me, when you come to towns like this, does it kind of feel like home for you?
Like yes, in a way. I've played shows here before, and because of that, it definitely feels like I'm a very warm welcome, especially because the Junos are in a town like this. Once we arrived at the train station, took the Juno Express up, everyone was at the train station welcoming us into the city. So that was such a warm welcome. So it absolutely feels like home.
Yeah, we know from just being here in the weeks leading up to the Junos, I've got to say that Londoners are so excited. Yeah, they're ready for it, right?
Yeah,
and actually, the last time that the Junos were in London were about 60 years ago. So
I wasn't even alive.
Yeah, same here. So
okay.
I think we're actually the same age. You're 25.
25.
Right? 25. Okay, I'm 26, but you were born in 93.
93.
Yeah, so you'll have a birthday this year. I'm an early bloomer.
Okay, got you.
So now, based on your career, did you always kind of know that you wanted to be a singer and then go into, because you produce as well?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
And then you act. So is that always something that you've wanted to do?
Music?
Yeah.
It was always a hobby. I just never knew it would like snowball into a career. I would always mess around with this software, music making program called Mixcraft. It was like this really shitty thing that you had on a PC. Anyway, besides the point, I would always like play around with that, play around with my, create songs. I actually never did like doing covers. I would always I was like, why would you recreate something that's already made when you can just create your own stuff?
Own thing, right?
Yeah, so, which is kind of ironic because I got my career start from a covers competition. But I had no idea that it would actually turn into a career. I'm very thankful for it and I love it. But I didn't, at the time I wasn't like, yeah, like this is gonna be the thing. I was just following my passion, and I loved playing, so that's what I did.
And that's always the best way. You know, you love when, especially in a field like mine as well, it doesn't sometimes feel like a job. Obviously, there are the times where it does, but there's always the times where you are thankful for the fact that you are at a job that doesn't feel like work to you. No 9 to 5, no sitting in an office, you know, being miserable. But if you could do anything else other than singing, what do you think it would be?
Oh, I don't know. It was always professional soccer or, you know, maybe professional music, or those were like the hand in hand for me. Real estate, I don't know.
Yeah, for me, when I was in high school, I wanted to be a marine biologist, but I never took any science. So like when I came to applying for university, they're like, yeah, you need 3 or 4 years of science. I'm like, okay, well, next. Just gonna move on to the next career, I guess. But yeah, you never know where you end up.
No, but I am a true believer in doing what you love. So as long as you can find something that you're passionate about and that means something to you, something that gets you out of bed in the morning, do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Could not agree with you more. So Sunday,
yes,
Juno Awards.
Yes.
But before the Juno Awards, Songwriters Circle.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you can tell me anything about the Songwriters Circle. I know you're performing.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what you're performing?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Songwriting Circle, it's like an event where artists go in and producers and songwriters go in to explain in depth of the song that they performed that day. There's a host there, so that they ask you questions on how you created the song, and then it's just like a conversation between songwriters, which is really cool. It'll be my first time doing it. I'm going to be performing my newest single called With You.
Yep.
And then a song that I'll probably be releasing later this year called To the Man Who Let Her Go.
That is on your Intuition album,
That is
correct?
on my
Yes.
Intuition
Good.
album.
Gets a good tune.
Thank you. Yeah.
So is there something that you're looking forward to the most as Songwriter Circle, considering that it's your first time?
Just to experience it all. I know David Foster is going to be there.
Yeah.
He's one of, you know, my favorite producers, songwriter people, so that's going to be really cool. Hopefully I get to meet him. But just to experience the whole thing.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the highlights for any annual Junos, for any Juno week. So you had mentioned earlier that you did get married. So you got married last summer.
Yeah,
so
August,
congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
How's newlywed life?
Honestly, it's great. I get the question all the time, but it doesn't really feel, it's the same, but it's different. It's like our relationship hasn't really changed. We're just like, you know, the government knows,
the ring's
God
on the
knows,
finger
you know
now.
what I mean? Yeah, so it's like, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm really happy to look at her and call her my wife.
Yeah.
I smile every time I say it. So, we're happy, very happy.
That's amazing. I only bring that up just because I love weddings. I love wedding photography. So I've been to quite a few weddings myself. And I always kind of get the same reaction. You know, it's not really different, I guess. You kind of go on a honeymoon and then it's like, okay, well, let's go back to normal life. So your wife, you know, you've obviously got a lot of attention, female attention.
Right.
How does she react to the female attention?
She plays around with it, but she understands, like, you know, some people are going to be more aggressive than others, but like at the end of the day, I just show them the hand and walk away. Like, it's not even a
you're the one going to bed with her at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah,
she
exactly.
knows that.
So when it comes to your writing and your music, you know, when you get an idea in your head. Do you have something that's on hand all times if you just kind of get some inspiration that you can like write down or put it onto your phone?
I have tons of voice notes from like 2 a.m. waking up like, oh, that sounds cool, let me try it. But then you re-listen to the next morning and it sounds like, it doesn't really make sense. At the time it's like, this is this is gonna be a number one hit, but then it ends up being nothing. But a lot of times, they do end up being something. And not only at 2 a.m., but driving to a session or taking transit to a session. You have like these moments of like 3-second melodies or like a beat that you just kind of get into. That's happened to like 90% of my sessions, is when I'm en route to the session, I'll think of something.
But isn't that good then? Because
No,
if
it's
you're en
great.
route, then they can just be like, okay, as soon as you get down,
Yeah.
you're like, let's do this.
Yes, of course. But there are a lot of times where I don't have anything. You know, it's just like there are many times that it's part of the process. You know, the creative process. Not every day is going to be like a good day.
Yeah.
So.
And I guess my final question for you would be, what is your guilty pleasure music? Like for me,
Guilty pleasure music.
Yeah, like something that it's not like you're embarrassed to play it in public, but for me, it's always when Britney Spears comes on, I'm like belting it out. Yeah.
I don't know. Like I grew up something that not a lot of people know. I grew up listening to like Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
And Tool, like the heavy metal, like punk rock stuff. I haven't listened to them in a long time, but I'm sure if they came on, I would quite enjoy it.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. Well, Tyler, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for being at the Established Media Studios, and have a great show tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.